last 3 months, because of COVID-19, schools have been shut. I hope that these materials that we present today will be beneficial to students in their final year of secondary or high school.
Hello and welcome back to this e-learning series. Today we're going to look at the second conditional. In our last class we studied the first conditional. So today we're going to continue building on the conditional expressions in English language. So first let's define the second conditional. It is that type of conditional that uses the past simple tense and the modal auxiliary verb would, could, should, then the infinitive of the action verb. So the second conditional uses the past simple, then modal auxiliaries would, could, should, and the infinitive form of the action verb. This is shown in this formula. You have if plus the past simple plus could, would, should, plus the infinitive. So this is the formula. So in any examination question, if you have a question on the conditional, check whether it is written in the past simple, then you complete it with either of these following modal auxiliaries, would, could, should, and then you put the verb in the infinitive. Now, the second conditional has two uses. So we use it for two cases. In the first place, you use the second conditional to talk about things in the future that are probably not going to be true. That has to do with some dreams. For example, you may have some dreams that may not be true in future. Take a look at this example. If I won the lottery, I would buy a big house. If I won the lottery, I would buy a big house. Winning the lottery is something that is not true, something that cannot be true in future. So when you use that, you are going to put it in the past tense and you complete it with would plus the action verb in the infinitive. This is the second conditional. So that is why you see in bracket there, probably winning the lottery may not happen. In the second example, you have, if I met the Queen of England, I would say hello. If I met the Queen of England, I would say hello. This is something that may probably not be true in future. So when you talk about such situations, imaginary situations that are not going to be true in future, then you use the second conditional. A second instance where you use the second conditional is when you talk about something in the present which is impossible. Something you say in the present which is impossible. That is because it is not true. So let's look at these examples. If I had his number, I would call him. This is in the present. You say that in the present. If I had his number. This is impossible because as you talk, you don't have his number. So you put it in the second conditional. If I had his number, I would call him. Meaning you don't have the number now and it is impossible for you to get the number. In the second example, you see, if I were you, I wouldn't go out with that man. If I were you, I wouldn't go out with that man. You clearly see it is impossible to be another person. So in this example, we have used the second conditional. I can't be you. So I just say it. If I were you, it is in the present, but put in the conditional because it is impossible. Now, look at this example. If I came early, I dash him. If I came early, I dash him. That is how questions on the conditional are asked. So you have a gap in either the first clause or the second clause. Then you are to find what is going to perfectly fit in the clause that is incomplete. So in this exercise, you see the second clause being incomplete. If I came early, I dash him. So already we have the first clause written in the past simple. So we are going to complete the second clause with a modal auxiliary verb and the action verb in the infinitive form, just as seen in the example, in the formula. So here you're going to have, if I came early, I could meet him. The correct option is B, and it is underlined. If I came early, I could meet him. All other options are not correct because they either lack the modal auxiliary or the action verb is not in the infinitive. Now you have a second exercise that I'm going to give you as assignment to see if you can do it yourself by going through the example we did and also checking the formula I give you. So if the teacher taught us well, we dash the examination. If the teacher taught us well, we dash the examination. Here you see clearly we have two clauses. The first one in the past simple, then you are to complete the second one with the correct options from those given. Go through that, do it, and get ready for the third conditional in our next class. Bye-bye.